Hello folks, and it's been a while, like, you know, and we're not on the trains today. Well, we could be on the trains today, but we're not. We're going to have a look, see what's on the other side of that, and some more. So let's take the first one up, like, and I showed this a while back. I paid a few quid for it, like. It is now working. It's a slow chronograph. Stop at the top, and it resets itself. Silicon strap. This is a current model from Pulsar. I'll put the picture up, show you how much it costs. It's a VD53 chronograph. There we go. There's no loom on it. It's a hardlex crystal. It's ion plated rather than PVD plated. Now, how I fixed it was I bought a selection of these, which I bought 3 VD3 53 and 57 stems. And I bought this from China, which is a box chock full of watch crowns. They're all pretty much like standard sizes. It's nothing like, you know, and it took me a couple of seconds to find what do you call it? I don't know if you can see that. It's the ion plated, if you can bloody get around to focusing. It's ion plated, same finish as the black on that. As you can see, there's quite a few crowns in here of different colours, shades, hues. There's a couple of gold, there's plenty of rose gold, there's some with jewels on the top. You know, I mean, it's a nice letter. I mean, there's a blue silver one there. You know, there is quite a lot, and some of them are extenders as well, so that means if you've only got a little bit of stem left to go. But look at that, another Pulsar for the collection. Right, we'll move to the next one.
A few moments later.
Okay, now I bought a job lot for £50, right? It was a lot of money. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, joking around sort of money. And some of these, I've got 6 watches in it, which I will go through at this job lot. But with the bit I needed, which I'll show you in a minute, got this. Gold Lumi Bright. Let me just show you how good the Lumi Bright is. That is bloody good, that is. I love Lumi Bright stuff. It is really cool. It's not on a good bracelet. It's the only gold one that I had that fitted, right? Because it came on an old Excalibur expandable. But this one will do. I mean, you know, it's got QMax on it. But there we go. How about that? Day VX43 movement, Seiko movement. Oh, I'm pleased with that. All right. It's got quite a nice long, what do you call it? Right, what's next? So, furthermore, out of this job lot, didn't get this out of this job lot, but as you know, this is a very rare Pulsar World Rally Championship Oman event watch that was given to team members, and it's a £200 Pulsar. It's missing its stoppers. Now in that job lot, I got this, which has the correct stoppers, albeit with yellow on them, but they're black. Now the difference between this one the chronograph works, but this one the timekeeping works, but this is the rarer one. Like it's the more desirable version. It's a VK63 Seiko movement, but nothing happens when you do the stoppers. So the mechanical chronograph, because these are hybrids, they're quartz powered, but what happens is the quartz also powers a mechanical operated chronograph. There is quite a lot of difference between this one and this one. You know, this one's got like a steering wheel on the center hub. So this lovely, like, you know. So in that £50 job lot, this is what I bought it for. Like, but what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to have the whatchamacallits off, the buttons for this one, and then I'm just going to use this one for timekeeping, as a timekeeping watch, because it is just so nice looking. It really is. And these things are rare. These are a very, very limited edition made by Pulsar using Seiko parts. I mean, what's the new crystal? I mean, this is, oh yeah, this is sapphire crystal as well. You know, but yeah, there's going to be black buttons on it. But I was looking at the pictures of this on Pulsar's website, and they do seem to be black anyway. But this one, everything works. It's missing the buttons. Why somebody would take the buttons off, I have no idea. Because, like, you know, I mean, this is a £200 watch. So, you know, I'm also regretting taking the plastics off of this one, because, like, you know, I could have sold this one on, but I'm not going to sell it on because I'm going to keep it. So, what's next? I didn't realise I had got one of these. Now what's happened is the hands have come a little bit loose on the pedestals, so all I've got to do is just basically tamp the hands down with the thing. It's a HMT Janata. I've actually got one from my Indian supplier, Royal Time Now, coming in. It's a HMT and I can't remember the name. It's the one that's got the broad arrow on it, which means it was a government issue one. But you know, I didn't realise I'd actually got a HMT. I mean, apart from a slightly winkled crystal there and it needing its hand sorted out, this is actually very good condition. And a HMT, most people don't realise it, is a Citizen 8205 inside. HMT literally bought the tooling off of Myota and put they started building their own, like, you know, a bit like Poljod did with like Valju's 7717, and they called it the 7177, and they called it the 3133 chronograph, but it is a Valju. Like, so there you go. I didn't realise I had that. What have we got in that job lot? A stylish Ted Baker watch that is missing its stem. I haven't investigated that any further. It's got a lobster on the back for some reason, and there's another lobster somewhere else, but it's got a very, very stylish like hybrid, like shark mesh and thingy. Oh yeah, it's that very nice dressy watch. Its registers are only dates and what's it, and they're not anything special. And there is a slightly ding at the corner there, which I'll see if I can grind that out. Oh yeah, in that job lot, Lorus does work, but the second hand's come off, so that one's been taken apart. It's a nice dressy Lorus. It's got the official set by Seiko on the back. As you can see, if it's the movement that's gone, it was working. I mean, it's a very nice dressy sort of Lorus. The day and date does work, it's just because it's at 12 o'clock, it's just moving over. In that job lot also came this is a project. This is in immaculate condition. It's got a very unusual octagonal crown. It does work and it doesn't want to work. Like, I think it's got, like, again, like the other ones, I think it's got something wrong with the hands not being on properly. It looks like the second hand's caught on the minute hand. This is a VD53 or VX42, which I say I've got spare movements for this, but it's got a very nice solid what you call it, clip bracelet, nicely fitted. The only thing is that it's a bit like tight, so I've bought one of those extenders. I don't know if you can see that. Put an extender on it. But there's no point in me putting it all back together again until I ascertain why it keeps stopping and starting. Like, you know, I mean, that's a nice Pulsar. It's like, you know, from that £50, I've done quite well with that £50 set. Like, and got one more. Oh, there was another ladies. Where's the other ladies one? Oh, no. Two ladies Pulsars. One's a ladies diver. It's quite nice in silver and gold. And this one here is a current model in the rose gold with mother of pearl. That's real mother of pearl. That's like £120 watch. It's very, very nice. For some reason, the second hand is impacting the minutes. So I've just got to pop that out, straighten the second hand out, and, you know, move it up a bit. So that's the last out of the £50 job lot. I think I've done quite well there, mainly because, like, obviously, you know, these pushers are just insanely rare to find. And like, I could break this down into case, handle, like, you know, crown and stem. Its timekeeping is working. You know, it's got good bezel, it's got good inner like bezel or chapter ring. I mean, I could probably break this into little spares and like, and if I could sell them, I would make more than what I paid for the whole lot back. But I'm not going to do that. So we'll have a look at the next one, shall we? It's cheap, it's cheerful, and it's for, like, you know, for those days when I like just don't want to be, you know, Lonsdale the watch. Lonsdale, as we know, like, were the suppliers of kit for Millwall, right, and weren't suppliers of kit for West Ham, so that's good news. It is a common and garden cheap oak quartz watch. It doesn't do anything more than tell the time and look alright on your wrist, and, you know, sometimes I feel that's what I want. There you go. There's a 20mm lug to lug width. It doesn't have any dates, it doesn't have anything else other than it tells the time, and it's got this kind of like wood grain or pound note effect, like, you know, like for a £10 note. It is what it is. I mean, it's Lonsdale. If I want to wear Lonsdale, and I can do, put a Lonsdale trackie on and put my Lonsdale trainers on, Lonsdale Millwall shirt on it, or like, you know, just a normal Lonsdale shirt. I can go out fully equipped in like Lonsdale, like, and I mean, people like, you know, in parts of Europe, it's impossible to wear Lonsdale without getting hassled by the old bill. You know, I grew up with Lonsdale as being a boxing like clothier. When I was boxing and doing stuff like Keep Fit and all the rest of it, I wore Lonsdale. You know, especially as I could get it cheap from like the local boys club, like as opposed to having to go into Millets or something like that and spend a fortune. As first of all, I mean, it is real boxing, wrestling, sort of like it's fighting wear. But you know, you go somewhere like Holland or Germany and you start wearing Lonsdale like polo shirt or something like that, and the police will give you a really hard time, you know, because it's like it's been so much associated with the far right over there, you know, which I think is really wrong, because like but you don't hear them like doing it for the same with Spalding. You don't hear the same for them doing it with Everlast, but they do it with Lonsdale because, like, you know, the dickheads over there, they all wear it as a uniform, and the police have said, oh right, we're going to absolutely hassle people who dare wear Lonsdale. So it's wrong. It really is wrong. So I found this as well, which I'm going to put a Timex Indiglo. Going to do something with that. This will live again. Cousins do the movement. They've got the movements in for these now for 14 quid. I will be getting one of those. So that's good news. What else? There was something else. I still haven't done any work on this yet. This is the VX43 with the sandwich board, but that will be coming. Trust me on that one. I think that really is about it. So let's take this to the... Oh, go, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I've got the batteries for the VK63s. Whenever you're buying batteries for quartz watches, don't just buy 10, buy 20, because you will find uses for them. Now these are a very unusual size. These are AG9s, which are like, it is quite an unusual size. It's not a size I usually have in my battery box. I have a box literally just full of things, and that's it. I mean, I have been on the railway stuff as well, like, look at this, a few quid, try unboxed. Home signal. It's actually quite nice. It's nice to have. It is nice to have something boxed. It really is. That now for a few quid, I've got that. The distance signal. She's looking a bit bent downwards actually, with their bases. And a height gauge, or a load gauge. Now what, these things are made of a tubular metal, right, and they'd be on chains, and if your train was too high, it would like make it ring like a bell. This one seems to be made out of a rail for some reason, but they used to clang, so an engine driver could actually hear it, right? And the guard would also be watching from these guards van, like watching to see if everything goes through all right, like, you know. So there we go, this takes to the up view, and we'll talk some more. So it's all been happening, isn't it? Right, let me just put my Pulsar back on. Right, it had to be something. I mean, this one, I've been wearing some other stuff during the week, but this is like, you know, I mean, it's brand new. I mean, for the sake of needing a snooze stem and some crown, I mean, look at that. It's £120 bloody watch there. Full chronograph, Seiko movement, what's not to like, and that's got this nice ion plated sort of like semi-transparent metal, black metal finish to it. I mean, yeah, that is the business. And they're quite, these VD53s are actually quite tall, so you got a lot of presence. This is a 45mm case, around there. So, and it's a 22mm on there. So there you go. I've been having some wear out of this as well. My Omega Seamaster, whatever you call it, homage, with the proper, it actually has the unscrewable, removable helium valve there. Right. This is very nice. This is. It keeps absolutely astonishing time. It's got a Miyota 8215 in there, automatic. I say to myself, oh, I wish I'd gone for the Seagull, like DG2813. But to be honest, like, I know that Miyota will work so much better out the box than a Seagull will, because there is a lot of questions that people will say that Seagulls, like, you know, they come out of the factory that are like they're not lubricated correctly, and so they fail early, or they just stop, or they just run badly. I do love that. The only thing is, there's something wrong with the loom on the ceramic bezel. Like that is supposed to glow like the rest of it, but it doesn't. It just turns yellow for some reason, and it doesn't actually glow at night. Whereas the orange on the dials, I don't know if you can see that, that's a chameleon loom. First of all, it turns yellow with bright light, and then with if you charge it up, like, you know, charge up any loom, it turns green. So it's actually got two colours phases, and it's a very, very, I mean, I don't know if you can see all that. Ticking away to itself there. It does keep very good time. It's also upside down, is it? No, it's not upside down. Yeah, it's telling the right time, yeah. Sorry. Oh, I can't get it around right, you know. So this is getting done. Next few days I'll be taking this apart, getting the buttons out, putting the buttons on the other one. I can live without it. I'll just put some like stuff in there, like, I don't know, like Rodico or something, just to stop anything getting in there, and just like use it as a watch that has no function other than being a watch, because everything's where it should be. It is a real shame that it's not working, but what can you do? Like, I mean, it probably just needs a strip down. Perhaps sometime down in later, like, you know, there'll be a video appeared on, like, you know, YouTube or something, just taking that like apart, like, you know, and rebuilding it. But for the sake of these are 14 quid. The movements. I mean, cousins have got those in as well. Like, these are 14 quid as well. So, you know, what do I do? Like, if cousins, if I can find out if cousins, once I've got these buttons out, I'm going to measure them with my microfine calipers, and I'm going to get the measurements off of it, and I'll then know what exactly the buttons they are, and I'll just replace them with some generic ones. That's really, you know, it's a really nice looking, I mean, it really is, you know, in your face, and it is a Seiko, and for the sake of a crystal, this thing will look absolutely brilliant. And in fact, I was looking, where did I put it? So this one might be a bit longer than usual. I don't mean it to be. You know, I tend to get a bit carried away. Ah, there it is, yeah. I was going to look to see if this fitted, because this is a very, very nice aftermarket solid link. Will it fit there? No, it won't fit. This is just too deep. It's got a very, very deep well. So the button is there. Like I'd have to have it like that, and it just doesn't look right. So no, not this one. That's very nice. Like I mean, it's not like these Chinese ones where it's got like really thin like tin plate and that. This one's actually something a bit more like it's probably come off a harness or something like that. It's come off of something like AliExpress, no doubt. But this is actually, I mean, it's a solid link pins. It is a much nicer one than the usual rubbish that you get off of AliExpress in bracelet form. Oh yeah, and I found this as well. I was going to have a crack at getting this up and running. I've all been digging through it all. Like, found me fake Rolex. That was somebody gave me for free. I'm going to try and have a look at that as well. Like, it holds time, but it goes a bit fast, goes a bit slow. It's a 1960s chrono. And I found this as well. Like, you know, I mean, I keep finding these all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with that. I will have a look, but it is gold plated. So there you go. I've been through it all. So I hope this finds you well. My Pulsar finds me well. I'm very pleased with that. And I'm a bit cheesed off with Pulsar that they didn't have on stock these two unique buttons. It was a bit naughty of them, like, because I mean, to be honest, like, you know, with the new right to repair laws, like, I mean, I should be able to repair without, you know, but I'd like them both, so I will be doing this one up, or using this one to do something else up, but I want both. There is also a black and gold version as well, apparently, but I don't like that. It's got a bit too much. But this is what does what it says on the tin. You know, this is a mechanical stopwatch. It is a quartz timekeeper. It's got beautiful blue, matching blue leather strap, which has got like it's like a rally strap with all the perforations. So I need to get one of these for this, and then this one will shine again. So keep on looking, folks. I will do my best. Next video up will be likely the railway. I'm getting like all my railway sorted out and laid out and everything on the pace tables. And it shows you how big Gilly is. Gilly laid on it, and like he like nearly broke one of them. So you know they're strong, aren't they? Like so. Double thumbs up to all that's down here. Double thumbs up to Pulsar. Definitely look at that, look at that. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care, toodle pipsky.